Issues and problems concerning Philippine administrative system. Introduction. When talking about Philippine administrative system, first thing comes to our mind is about the government and political divisions in the country. It is about the nation's political hierarchy such as the central government, provinces, municipalities, and barangays. However, these divisions and subdivisions can be attributed to our past history. It is not that simply blooms from nowhere. The Philippine administrative system is dynamic, shaped, and evolved through time. One of the main issue of our country is the injustice system. War against drugs. The government's drug war continued in 2019 with new cases appearing in the media daily. The modus operandi for the killings evolved: police raiding homes to apprehend alleged drug dealers or users, who instead of being taken into custody would be reported dead, with the police claiming self-defense. Human Rights Watch has documented the police planting weapons near suspects' body to justify their lethal use of force. Of these thousands of cases, only one case has resulted in the conviction of police officers. In November 2018, three police officers were sentenced to up to 40 years in prison for the murder of 17-year-old Kian de los Santos. CCTV footage showed the police officers taking the teenager into a back alley where he was later found dead. The police claimed in September 2019 that 103 police officers were facing criminal charges in court for their role in drug war killings, fewer than half of those implicated.
Corruption is a significant obstacle to good governance in the Philippines. A review of recent literature suggests that all levels of corruption, from petty bribery to grand corruption, patronage and state capture, exist in the Philippines at a considerable scale and scope significant. Efforts have been made to combat corruption, which include putting in place legal and institutional frameworks, as well as effort by civil society organizations. The media, donor agencies are also actively involved in building capacity to curb corruption in the Philippines. The success of this initiative, however, is far from guaranteed, and many observers believe that structural obstacles such as entrenched cronyism continue to undermine anti-corruption efforts.
Filipinos has been battling with the rising inflation rate in the country. According to the Philippine Statistic Authority, from 2.1% in May 2000, the inflation rate rose up at 4.5% in May 2021, which shows has increase of more than 100%. Inflation is all about having to pay more for the same good and service that you used to afford at a lower cost. Most of the time, the rise in income is not able to keep up with inflation, which puts in heavier challenge in making ends meet. Although in the total remuneration survey TRS 2000, business owners have expressed intention to raise pay by an average of 5.6% in 2021. More than half of the companies have indicated that they will delay the increase of salaries or revise salaries increment level to keep costs down.
One of our problem concerning Philippine administration system is high inflation rate. Higher expected inflation is primarily due to elevated prices of global non-oil commodities such as food and agricultural products and metals, continued shortage in domestic pork supply, higher fish prices, and possible jeepney fare hikes due to higher oil prices. The common causes of inflation plays an important role in the economy, affecting everyone's finances. So you can understand it better, here is an depth looked at the three premier causes of this economic phenomenon: growing economy. In a growing or expanding economy, unemployment drops and wages usually rises. Expansion of, of the money supply. An, an expanded money supply can also drive demand pull inflation. This happens when the Fed prints money at a rate higher than the growth rate of the economy. With more money in circulation, demand grows and prices go up. Government regulation. The government can impose new laws or tariffs that make it more expensive for companies to produce goods or import them. They pass on those higher expenses to consumers in the form of increased prices. This results in cost push inflation.